Hey everyone, so this is going to be a little bit of a breakdown of Old MacDonald Had a Farm. This is the fifth song on our Record a Karate Belt, so if you're not there yet, no worries, but if you are, then this will be your breakdown video. So the first thing I'm doing is looking at the music. It's pretty long, so I might try to break this into some sections here, just as I'm learning it, but the first thing I want to do is go ahead and look down at these squares at the bottom. So this one has to do with a new note. We'll worry about that in a little bit. This box is telling me a little bit about some new notes. One of them is a quarter rest. We already know that one. It's one beat of silence. The other thing it talks about is a dotted half note. So that just looks like a half note, but it has a little dot next to it. It tells you that it gets 3 beats because a dot after note gets half the value of that note and makes it that much longer. That's a weird way of putting it. Essentially, you need to think about if I had a half note is 2 beats, that dot is going to add half of that. So half of 2 beats is 1 beat. So I have the 2 beats, the dot gives me 1, together that's 3 beats. If I had a dotted quarter note, I would have that 1 beat plus a half beat from the dot takes half of that 1, and so together a dotted half note is 1.5 beats. That's how dots work. We might get into that a little bit next year, but for right now you just need to know that a dotted half note is going to be 3 beats in this. And so now I'm going to go ahead and try to write in my counts. So I would have, this one's kind of spaced out a little bit weird, so I'm going to write my counts in above the lyrics themselves. But I'd come up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, break your pencil, hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, hold it, beat of rest, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, hold it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, hold it out, beat of rest, and then I get 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, hold it out, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, hold it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And at the very end is where I have that dotted half note, so I count it 1, and then I hold it out for another 2 beats, and then they give me a beat of rest at the end. No big deal. So then I'm going to practice counting it out, and so once you go through and practice on your own, come back to this point here in the video and count out loud along with me. This is what your counting should sound like. Here we go. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, rest, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, rest. Alright, now this one, there's a lot of eighth notes in this that kind of go one right after another. If I actually look just in the third staff, the last 2 measures, this here a chick, there a chick, everywhere a chick, chick, all of those notes are the exact same. It's all on G, but it's a lot of eighth notes. So that means that the tonguing is going to be really important. So I would definitely go through, once you can count the rhythm, definitely practice the tonguing on this one by doing our warm air and going 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Go through with that. But that's going to be the exact same. You can practice along with me actually saying it out loud. So once I got that, make sure it's all correct, go through, correct anything you need. Then I'm going to go through and take a look and see, yes, I do have a new note. This is the note D. It's just kind of sits underneath the staff right there. So it sits in that space underneath. It's a D. And I can see from my fingering chart that I'm going to need all the fingers on my left hand, my top hand, and the first 3 of my right hand. So that would be all the fingers. I've got my thumb, 1, 2, 3, and then I've got 1, 2, and 3. And you'll notice that that third one is one of these kind of double holes. Those can be a little bit harder to cover and actually get a nice sound out of them. So you gotta be a little bit careful and make sure that you can get that sound out. I find when I'm trying to play lower notes on the recorder, I need to use a little bit less air and blow very, very gently. So I can't overblow like this. It doesn't come out well. But I can blow really gently and get it out. And that's a D. Okay, so I've got that, and maybe I practice going all the way from B down to D. So I get... So that's all 5 notes that I know so far, so I'm doing pretty good. Now I'm going to go through, and if you need to, I would mark down what all of the note names are. So I end up, I'm going to write this underneath the words. It might look a little complicated, but that's just kind of where I have space. So I'm going to go from the beginning, G, 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 D, E, E, D, hold it out, B, B, A, G, hold that out. Rest, D, G, 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 whoops, D, E, E, D, hold it out, B, B, A, G, hold that out with a rest. And then I've got D, D, G, 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 D, D, G, 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 hold that out, G, 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 G. You see how important that tonguing is, that we have like 3 measures in a row with nothing but G. Tonguing gets super important there so that we can hear those breaks between the notes. So my last line is G, 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 D, E, E, D, hold that out, B, B, A, G, hold that for 3 beats, and with a rest. So then once I've got that together, I'm going to say it out loud. So if you need to check whether your notes are correct in the video, or if you just want to say them out loud with me, this is the point in the video that you need to come to right here at about 7 minutes and 55 seconds. So I get G, G, D, oops, I'm going to start that over. G, 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 D, E, E, D, B, B, A, G, rest. D, G, 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 D, E, E, D, B, B, A, G, rest. D, D, G, 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 D, D, G, 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 D, E, E, D, B, B, A, G, rest. Lots of G's in there. So once you've got that down, once you have all your notes correct, you can say them in rhythm. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to practice my fingering. So I'm going to put my recorder into rest position. I'm going to say the notes just like I just did, but I'm going to get my fingers on the recorder as I say the notes. So this will take you some time. Feel free to break this into sections if you need to, but I will get my fingering going like this, and I'll get G, 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 D, E, E, D, B, B, A, G, rest. D, G, 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 D, E, E, D, B, B, A, G, rest. D, D, G, 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 D, D, G, 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 D, E, D, B, B, A, G, rest. And so once I've got that, I know all my notes, I know my rhythms, I've got my fingering down, then I can start making some sound. And don't worry if you squeak a little bit on the D. I'm probably going to do it at some point in this video, but this is what Old MacDonald should sound like at the very end. Sorry guys, I'm going to start that one over. Starting out from the top. And that's how that one goes. So I hope you guys take the time to learn this. This should take you 2, maybe 3 days. And feel free to send me a video or set up a Skype session or Zoom session anytime you need. Bye.